Welcome into Tighten Up Trivia. My name's Austin Huff. That is Jack Gentry. We are the hosts of the Tighten Up podcast on the A to Z Sports Podcast Network.
This is a trivia game by Titans fans for Titans fans. So we want to know who out there is a Myron Roll or Ryan Fitzpatrick of Titans trivia. But you don't want to be a Vince Young or Travis Henry.
No, you do not at all. Before we get started, let's get to know our players. We've got Jeff joining us. Jeff, where are you from and who's your all-time favorite Titan?
Oh gosh, we're going. I'm from Nashville. Live in Nashville. Currently here. All-time favorite Titan. I'd say besides Steve McNair, we'll go with Chance Warmack.
Oh no,
Warmack. All right, nice. Where can people find you on social media?
At Jeff Venable. Venable.
There we go.
All right, let's get to know Sal. Sal, can you tell us where you're from and who's your favorite Titan?
I'm from Hackettstown, New Jersey, and I'm probably going to go back a little bit for this one. He's probably the first guy that I really fell in love with on this team. That was Derek Mason.
D-Mace. Before he went to the Ravens and was a complete trade.
Yeah, that
You forgive him,
I kind
though.
of blocked that out of my mind, but yeah.
Sal, where can people find you on Twitter?
It's going to be at Sal Manfredi, SalManfredi.
All right,
Nice.
Sal from Jersey checking in. Let's get into it.
All right, now that we got to know our players, let's get to know the rules.
Here's how the game will break down. Each player will be given their own 4 questions worth 1 point each. You will have 16 seconds to answer these questions. Those 16 seconds, of course, reminiscent of how much time was left on the clock for the Music City Miracle.
If a player doesn't know the answer and they think it's hard enough to where their opponent won't know the answer, they can kern them and punt the question to their opponent. If the opponent doesn't know the answer, the player who kerned he or she will get the point. If he or she does know the answer, they will be awarded the point. Each contestant is limited to just 1 kern per game.
After the 4 questions, players will be given a 5th question, which will serve as a final Jeopardy, where players can wager however many points they have. In the event of a tie, we will have a tiebreaker question that will determine the winner.
All right, guys, before we get started, you guys have any questions for us?
I'm ready to go.
Let's go.
All right. Well, I believe it was Sarah McLaughlin sung it best when she said, "Let's tighten up." All right, Jeff, we'll get started first with you. Your first question: which AFC South team do the Titans have the most wins against coming to Nashville? You have 16 seconds.
I'm going to go with the Jacksonville Jaguars on that one.
Jaguars is the guess. And
Finally.
Jaguars is correct.
Yes.
So, Jeff, you are on the board with 1 point.
All right, Sal, you're up. Your first question is this. How many playoff wins do the Titans have over the last 3 seasons? One more time. How many playoff wins do the Titans have over the last 3 seasons? 16 seconds starts now.
That would be 3.
3 is the guess. 3 is also the answer. Good job, Sal. You've knotted it up 1-1.
That equates to 1 playoff win per season. So, not to brag there. That's more than a lot of teams have in the last decade. Jeff, your second question. Which player led the Titans in fantasy points last season?
I mean, the obvious answer would be Henry, but it might be Tannehill. I'm going to go with Henry. Derrick Henry.
Henry is the guest. Is the guess. That is correct.
Yes.
Jeff, you got 2 points now.
All right, Sal, let's see if you can tie it up here. Your second question is, which punter has the longest recorded punt in Titans history?
Oh, well, my gut's saying Kern, but it could be Craig. So I'm going to have to go with my gut here and say Brett Kern.
Brett Kern. Titans have had some great punters, mainly just 2. That's all you need.
Yeah.
Kern's the correct answer, 2-2. We're going into halftime in a tie game.
That was basically like a coin flip type answer right there.
Venture had some really good ones, though.
Yeah, he
Who
did.
has kicked the ball for the Titans before?
Right. It's one of 2 answers. All right, guys, it is now halftime. Let's get to know our halftime rules.
Now we have reached halftime. We will enter a 53-second halftime in honor of Keith Bullock, of course, for each player to physically prove their Titans fandom for an extra point in the game.
Each player will be required to find the best piece of Titans memorabilia in their house and bring it back to the screen before time runs out. Could be a piece of clothing, a framed picture, or even Vince Young's shoulder pads. Whatever you think is best, bring it back within the 53 seconds. If a player does not make it back in time, they will not be eligible for the point.
This is the only part of the game which is left up to judges' discretion. The best piece of memorabilia will get an extra point added to their score.
A point that could be crucial for determining today's winner.
On your mark, get set, go. So the 53 seconds have commenced. Who do you
Sal
think?
with some halftime swagger. I'm leaning towards Sal. He's from New Jersey. If you're a Titans fan in New Jersey, you got to show
Right.
it, right?
Right.
You should have some physical pieces.
He's got some of that East Coast confidence, which is good because as Titans fans, we don't have a lot of that. So it's good that he brings that to the table. Jeff, you could see thinking when we were explaining to him, you could see him, like, oh no, what am I going to get? Oh, okay, don't show us yet. I like it. Sal had to pull something off the wall for us. Okay. All right, Jeff, good job. You made it back. You guys both made it back under 53 seconds. So, Jeff, we will start with you. What is the piece of memorabilia that you brought?
I would say besides this cup that has no active players on it from the current roster from Nissan, or maybe it was called something else at the time. I have other stuff in the house, but this is a photo of 1998 at the first preseason game at Vanderbilt versus a game 2 years ago with my dad.
Ooh, so 20 years in the making. So you're going for the tug at the heartstrings.
We're going for the heartstring on that one.
Yeah. Okay. Sal, what do you got for us, man?
All right. So last year I went to an event and I met Derrick Henry. And I signed this picture, and he noted it 99-yard touchdown. And that's me and him right there. One of the highlights of my life.
That's cool. One of the highlights of basically the entire Titans franchise.
Yes, sir.
Tied for the longest run in NFL history. Oh man, this is
a tough one. It's a tough one.
Yeah, this is like, do I go with the Hallmark card or do I go with just one of the most physical runs I've ever seen in my entire life?
They're both good, and we haven't
good.
had many first round matchups where they're both good. But with that being said, I'm gonna have to give it to Sal. I think the 99-yard touchdown with Henry's 99-yard little signature on there. Oh yeah, that's
right.
That's worthy, right?
If
yours is good. We're not hating on yours. Yours is good. Sal's is just a little bit.
Cool, man. It was just Father's Day, and all.
Oh, come on, Jeff.
Yeah, it was Father's Day. It's not anymore. With Sal's picture frame, if it was just a picture of Derrick running that 99-yard touchdown and it was like autographed, that would have been like one thing. But the fact that Derrick Henry, with the Sharpie that he signed it with, also wrote 99 yards just to add one last stiff arm into the faces of Jaguars defenders makes it just the perfect piece.
That was my asking. I just wanted to know
that was
good.
Very smart of you,
nice.
because that's what got you the point over Jeff. So Sal, you get an extra point for halftime, and now we will begin the second half. But obviously, since it is the second half, we'll now flip the field. So Sal, you will be getting the first question.
All right, Sal, you're on the clock. Here's your third quarter question. Which Titan scored 2 touchdowns in the Super Bowl loss to the Rams? Got 10 seconds.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with my gut here and say number 27, Eddie George.
Eddie George. The Titans only scored 2 touchdowns in the game, and Eddie George scored both of them. 2 touchdowns. One more point for Sal. He has a 4-2 lead heading into Jeff's third question.
Yeah, they had about 2 touchdowns worth of missed field goals from Aldel Greco in that game too. So I could see why that question may be a little tricky.
That was 6. So.
Jeff, your third quarter question. Excluding the Houston Oilers history, who is the Titans' all-time leading scorer?
That would be, oh gosh, our kicker. Oh gosh.
You still have Kern available. 3 seconds. You still have your Kern available.
I'm gonna pass it.
Okay. All right. So he is kerning it to Sal. Sal, your question, excluding the Houston Oilers history, who is the Titans' all-time leading scorer?
excluding the Oilers.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm going to take a crack at this.
8 seconds.
Say Frank Wycheck.
Frank Wycheck is the guess. And it is Rob Baronis. So, Jeff, you get the point.
Yes.
That was a big Kern.
That was
That's
a
a big
huge
Kern.
Kern. That was when the Kern comes to work to your advantage.
The kicker. You just gotta. You knew it was the kicker.
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah,
heading into
Aldel Greco has the most points in Houston Oilers and Titans history, but alone it was the Titans. Rob Baronis.
Didn't know.
heading into the fourth quarter, Sal, you lead Jeff 4-3, and Sal, you still have your Kern available.
All right, this is where it gets tricky, guys. The hardest questions are coming up now. Sal, which Titan caught the last touchdown of the season in the AFC Championship game against the Chiefs?
Oh, God.
You have 7 seconds and a Kern. 3, 2.
I'll Kern it.
Okay, last second Kern.
Last second Kern.
All right, Jeff, I'm going to read it to you. Which Titan caught the last touchdown of the season in the AFC Championship game against the Chiefs?
Is it Kelly?
Kelly's the guess, but it's Anthony Ferkser. The last touchdown, a little over 4 minutes to go.
I knew it was
Ferk.
someone not obvious.
That was a good guess, though, because Kelly did have a touchdown. He had the first touchdown of the game.
Yeah.
All right, so the Kern works for Sal.
I know. Look at these. Of course. I mean, you got to think just anything named after Brett Kern is going to work. All right. So, Jeff, your fourth quarter question, you trail Sal 5-3 heading into your final question of regulation. Jeff, who led the Titans in both receptions and receiving yards in the team's Super Bowl 34 loss to the Rams?
Gonna go with probably Dyson.
Dyson is the guess, and it is Jackie Harris is the answer.
That's the hardest
Jackie
question.
Harris. That was extremely difficult. As a throwback. That is a remember the Titan if I've ever heard one.
That's where saving the Kern would have really played in your favor.
All right. So, guys, we're now heading into overtime, our final Jeopardy. Sal, you have 5 points eligible to wager. Jeff, you have 3 points eligible to wager. You will have 27 seconds to answer this question.
Here goes, guys. How many times have the Titans made the conference championship game? How many times have the Titans, not the Oilers, the Titans, made the conference championship game? 27 seconds begins now.
Man, I'm nervous for him, Jack. I don't know about you.
This is tricky. It's tricky. You got to go back. You got to dust off the history books.
I know. I do like
Maybe bring up some painful memories.
I do like how they're all repping Titans, though. Sal's got the flag in the background. Jeff's got the Carhartt Titans hat on. It's just I'm feeling good about both of these guys.
3 seconds left. All right, time's up. Pins down.
Pens down.
Right, let's do the big reveal. We're going to go with Jeff first since Jeff is trailing. Jeff, can you tell us how many points you wagered?
3 points.
3 points.
All in. The chips are in the middle of the table. All right, Sal. How many points did you wager? 2.
2 points. All right.
Okay.
All right.
All right. This is for the game then. Okay. Sal, let's see your answer first. What was your answer?
I mistakenly used the same sheet of paper, but
Nope, it's no mistake.
my answer is 2.
Okay,
2.
Jeff, what was your answer?
3.
Okay. The correct answer to how many times the Titans have made the conference championship game is 3, and Jeff comes back and steals a victory. Steals the victory.
Oh!
In extra time. Comes from behind. That's the Undertaker GIF, just rising back to life. Jeff is here.
All right, Jeff, you'll be moving on. Sal, I'm so sorry. That was such a
That's
tough
all
one.
right. I had a great time, guys.
No, hey, guys, thank you so much for joining us. This was a lot of fun. This was more fun for us than it probably was for you guys because you guys were probably sweating bullets, which I understandably so. Sal, yeah, again, thank you for joining us. We'll never see you again. Jeff, we will see you in the next round. Congratulations for moving on. Before we go, do you mind if I ask you guys to give us a tighten up?
Tighten up.
Tighten up. Let's go.